Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Lord's Racing League. I'm your host, Big C, along here with Little C.
Hey, what's up?
And it's our second quarterfinal round for our British Are Coming tournament.
Oh, yeah, and I know some of these drivers have been crazy awesome, sometimes chaotic, and I can't wait to see this group today, and I know you can't either.
Yep, so let's head over to driver introductions to see who's taking on the track.
And starting up on the pole, we have NUMBSKULL from NUMBSKULL Racing, driving his TVR Tuscan S, weighing a hefty 55 grams, and I gotta say, I can see my face in that paint job.
Starting on the outside, we got the other Tuscan with that sweet paint job with the flames going, so you know he's going to go fast. We got CRAIGSTER Sr. from Hot Nuts coming in at 52.42 grams.
Starting third from G-Force Racing, we have Giorgio driving his Aston Martin 177, weighing 44.73 grams, and I'll tell you what, I ain't ever forgetting that guy's name again.
And pulling up the rear, we got LONESTAR from Live Young Diecast in that Jaguar I-Pace, weighing in at 50.95 grams. And let's see if he didn't tighten up that suspension to keep it under control this race. All right, here we go. Got him up to the top. Everybody ready to make sure you got your seat in the upright position with your seat belts fastened,
because this race is about to take off.
That's right. Old NUMBSKULL's got the lead with CRAIGSTER Sr. on the outside. Let's see which Tuscan's faster. CRAIGSTER Sr. takes off, and NUMBSKULL comes back to the inside, side by side through two. They get out, but look at LONESTAR. Passes NUMBSKULL, gets up to second. Oh, CRAIGSTER Sr. flips over. LONESTAR hits him, flips him back over. Here comes NUMBSKULL, passes to the outside out of turn 5, coming to the line. NUMBSKULL comes back for the victory. CRAIGSTER Sr. gets second, LONESTAR third, and Giorgio got hung up coming out of turn 4.
Okay.
What a crazy lap.
Like, I don't even know what just happened. Like, look at CRAIGSTER Sr. just barely gets in front. And then LONESTAR ends up passing NUMBSKULL, but CRAIGSTER Sr. kind of screws it up over here. And, it looks like he might have ricocheted off the wall too much. Gets up on the wall, kind of pulls one, kind of like LONESTAR did.
Yeah, LONESTAR with the assist. Look at that.
And what?
Flips him right up and over.
He hit him so hard that he flipped him right back over.
Ain't going the right direction.
That too. And poor Giorgio kind of got the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
And look at this. NUMBSKULL takes back pole position and ends up staying right there. And I mean, I don't even know. LONESTAR just got caught up in the mix too. And it was unfortunate and fortunate for some people.
Yeah, that was insane. NUMBSKULL fell back to third, comes back, gets the pass. The CRAIGSTER Sr. flipped over, gets back, still comes back in second. And that's just lap 1.
There's just not enough time in a lifetime to describe what just happened.
No, we need a longer replay. But either way, lap 2, here we go. Giorgio and NUMBSKULL side by side to get out again. Look at LONESTAR on the outside. Passes up to second, gets down on NUMBSKULL. Goes to the inside of Giorgio, still side by side as they get crossed up, and still side by side out of turn 5. Sliding sideways to the line. Giorgio's going to get the win. NUMBSKULL comes in last with CRAIGSTER Sr. get third, LONESTAR second. What in the world? This is an awesome group. Nobody is letting off in this race. Look at this, door to door.
Yeah, that's crazy. Giorgio is able to just get in front of NUMBSKULL. There goes LONESTAR again, just trying to pass on the outside.
He knows that outside line.
Oh, he does. And then he gets in second.
CRAIGSTER shut him down.
Yeah, he was not going to let him. It was ice cold.
Look at LONESTAR side by side. He just keeps battling.
Spins Giorgio around, and then CRAIGSTER Sr. keeps trying. He just keeps trying.
Yeah, we're going to need a wider track for everybody to get around him.
Yeah, and then they all, Giorgio and LONESTAR get thrown sideways. CRAIGSTER pushes them across the line, and NUMBSKULL with the last nail in the coffin.
So he comes flying in real fast and slams into him.
Wow, look at how much it just even out the points.
Yeah, I mean, you can show just how even this group is.
If NUMBSKULL didn't in the finish, we would have had a 4-way tie already.
Yeah, so here we go. Lap 3, LONESTAR's got the pole with Giorgio on the outside. The Tuscans move to the rear, so let's see if they're going to have a little bit more of a calmer lap, but something tells me it's not going to happen. Let's see if the I-Pace can outpace the Aston Martin, and he does. Look at this. Wow. LONESTAR gets out in front. And he flips over as there's a big wreck on the mountain straight.
No way.
Giorgio's able to break free. As long as he can keep that thing moving, looks like he's going to keep it on. Coming out of turn 3, loses it a little bit. I think he's going to keep it steady. Coming out of turn 5, big 360, but gets it under control and crosses line. And he is the only one, which he needed that because of the DNF, and everybody else is piled over on the backstretch.
Well, there's your new leader, Giorgio, for sure. Would have never expected it. Wow, LONESTAR he cannot get off of those walls, and neither can CRAIGSTER, apparently.
He got pushed by NUMBSKULL a little bit.
Yeah, I guess NUMBSKULL, getting him back. But they all three get abandoned on the backstretch, and Giorgio, man, I don't
almost
know if it was
lost
showing
it at
off
the end,
or just really honestly lost it, but it sure was close. But boy, with that win, that just shot him way ahead.
There you go, back-to-back wins, shoots them all up there to the first with 10 points. Everybody's still close at it though, because now he's shifted to the back. CRAIGSTER Senior, you've got the pole this time. Let's see if you can take advantage of it, because I know that's a fast little Tuscan. But Lone Star on the outside, he's no slouch either. So here we go. But look at the CRAIGSTER. He pulls out, gets in front, and as they get crossed up, but Lone Star makes the run again on the outside of 2. He has got turned 2 down. It's back up on CRAIGSTER Senior. CRAIGSTER lost it. Coming out of there, they're tied up at Riverside.
Boy.
NUMBSKULL slams in the Lone Stars. Now they're all single file piled in at the line. CRAIGSTER got first. They say Lone Star second. NUMBSKULL got third. And Giorgio ends up coming in last, but man, they are just straight battling. Nobody's letting up on these laps.
No kidding. I mean, thankfully CRAIGSTER was able to get out there a little bit, but Lone Star was able to track him down like
Didn't take
nothing.
him long.
I mean, Texas Ranger just kind of, he's the Lone Star.
He lassoed him and pulled him back in. But
There
look,
you
CRAIGSTER
go.
got his back end up on the outside, almost flipped it.
Yeah, taking the upper rail there.
Yeah, don't want to do that.
And because of that, he got sideways, and here comes NUMBSKULL. Wow, did you see that?
Got them all moving. Look at the momentum he just gave everybody.
Used Lone Star to just transfer
but
the
at
power,
the line to see where it's
come
at,
on.
see if Lone Star actually does. Yeah, look at that, just grinding to the end. He brings it home by just the front fender.
That's all he really had, but it was enough. Just enough to give him that point.
But there you go. Going into halftime, I mean, look at that. Giorgio's got a 1-point lead over CRAIGSTER Senior. And NUMBSKULL and Lone Star back there are tied, so man
they're both really fast in the back. I think just because of how fast they are and their unpredictability kind of hurts them right now.
Yeah, exactly. Those things are a little bit squirrely, but NUMBSKULL puts the power down, gets out in front of CRAIGSTER Senior, doesn't want to waste any time, but he spins out. Everybody does a big rubberneck bottleneck as they come out of there. CRAIGSTER Senior is now bumping on the front of NUMBSKULL until he loses it out of 4. NUMBSKULL comes out of 5. He's going to win. CRAIGSTER second. Oh, and there's a wreck at the line. They say Lone Star got Giorgio again. Man, Lone Star's here to battle. We got to see if he really got that.
Yeah, no kidding. Look at this. They both spin out right there, and then Giorgio tries to dive in on the bottom of CRAIGSTER. Does not work. And then CRAIGSTER tries to go up to NUMBSKULL to attempt to pass. That doesn't work either. So they're just kind of, finally CRAIGSTER was just fine. Like, okay, reverse isn't working. Let's go straight.
It's turning it back around. But watch this at the end.
Oh man, look at Giorgio spins out. He's just got to keep it.
He does. Look at that. Lone Star stole the position.
Wow.
And as close as they are, every point counts.
Yeah, even if it is just, I mean, look at that. Just that 1 point. I mean, getting them closer, but NUMBSKULL took back off with that win.
Look at that. 13,
CRAIGSTER
13,
Senior
12, and 10.
I mean, like he said, every 1 point counts.
Something tells me they keep it up like this, it's going to come down to the last lap. I'm glad we're not seeing very many donuts. I don't like to see them either, but here we go. Giorgio's up on the pole. NUMBSKULL is on the outside, but Giorgio pulls out in front of NUMBSKULL, gives him a little hip check. NUMBSKULL to the inside, takes over the lead. Look at that move. And Giorgio didn't like it. He's back up there, and Lone Star's coming into the picture. But looks like NUMBSKULL pulls away. Giorgio spins out again out of 5. That seems to be a bad spot for him. But Lone Star gets third. CRAIGSTER Senior comes in last. But check this move by NUMBSKULL. That's a veteran move.
Yeah, that it is. I mean, he pulls down right to the inside, passes Giorgio while he's not looking, and was able to get by. And from there, he
lose a little.
Giorgio was up on his bumper.
Yeah, so was Lone Star. Look at that.
I was going to say, Lone Star, it was basically a freight train until coming out of 4. Finally start putting some distance in between each other. NUMBSKULL with that win, and everybody else comes apart. I mean, literally, everybody's only not finished DNF'd once. Yeah,
which
is
it's
really
been an even
good.
one.
Yeah, it really has been very good. I mean, look at the points. 18, 14, 15, and 12.
NUMBSKULL's got a little bit of a cushion, but with only 2 laps left, I'm not sure how it's going to be because he's in the back. But Lone Star now has the pole. As he takes off, look how far away he pulled from everybody, getting away from Giorgio. Oh, he spins out, and now they're all together. CRAIGSTER Senior to the inside, takes over second place. Up there with Lone Star, trying to mix him up that'll make him lose. Now he's battling back there with Giorgio, but coming to the line. Lone Star's going to get the win on this one. CRAIGSTER Senior gets second, Giorgio third. NUMBSKULL comes in last. I think that was probably the calmest lap that we've seen yet out of this group, and it was still pretty hard. It wasn't
calm.
Yeah, it wasn't calm at all. Look at that by CRAIGSTER.
Wow. Did you know this just totally shook the points? But we'll figure that out in a second. Until then, look at this craziness. I mean, they're all
Look
just
at
going,
everybody
look
blocking
at that.
left and
Numbskull
right.
trying to get in front of Georgia. It's too hard to even explain what's happening.
Yeah,
Look at
side by
side coming out of 5.
Awesome.
I mean, Lone Star just got that win, which really... Look at that.
Look at that.
17, 17, 17, and a 19.
Going into the last lap, Numbskull has a
So
2-point lead. So, yeah, whoever
Anybody.
wins. And Numbskull just has to finish third. But we'll see how this ends up because Numbskull's starting, in third. CRAIGSTER Sr.'s got the pole, but this is anybody's race to be able to move on, especially the fact if anybody wrecks. But let's see what happens. Lone Star on the outside to see if he can get that jump, but he's not going to be able to. CRAIGSTER Sr. pulls out. Lone Star crosses up onto Numbskull.
Oh,
Looks
boy.
like Giorgio lost that attitude, but Lone Star is trying to catch up to CRAIGSTER Sr., but CRAIGSTER Sr. is putting down a good lap. Look at this. Nice and smooth. Loses a little bit of 787. That was a quick time. He waited to the end to make sure he had a nice clear track. Giorgio brings up the rear. Lone Star second. Numbskull third, so I know he's moving on. We'll have to wait and see what the points are. But, man, what a crazy battle for a last lap to see who's going to be moving on.
No kidding. I mean, look at this. Lone Star came up, got really close to CRAIGSTER right there. But after that, he just, slowly
didn't close back
away. Riding into the sunset. I don't know. And here comes CRAIGSTER. He's like,
he had a
victory coming in.
He had a great lap that
Not
lap.
only
Look at that,
but the
787.
787, that is a really great time.
Wasn't a top 5, but it was a fast time.
It sure was. And, Georgia came.
And there you go. So CRAIGSTER Sr. actually is going to be your top qualifier in this one. And Numbskull is coming in second. Man, what a shame. What a great battle. What a race with Giorgio and Lone Star. Unfortunately, we got to say bye to both of them, but that was no slouch.
Hey, guess what, CRAIGSTER? You still have one more shot to get a perfect streak, okay?
There you go. So we'll have to see. So, but obviously, your next race that you're getting ready to have to go around to see, we're going to have the fast Farrell Patrick from Farrell Mods,
West Coastin,
Uncle Elvis,
and Bear with Bob.
So hope y'all enjoyed that. I know I could not contain myself. I mean, look at that. That was just awesome. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this because this was an awesome race to watch.
One of the best.
Until the next time, we definitely appreciate it. God bless.